Body Systems Vocabulary Part 1. So firstly, what are body systems? So body systems is quite obvious. You can get it from the words, and it is systems in the body that have specific functions made of organs, and they do these things to keep our body healthy. And over here we have this image, and through this image we'll cover these four words and phrases: hierarchy of a body system, cells, tissues, and organs. We actually start first with cells. So cells, I think at this point everybody understands what cells are. They're these basic units of life, the smallest units of life in our body. Well, technically in everything, pretty much everything. And they make up everything in our body. And I think after going through gene expression and cell differentiation in the last unit, we understand that we have different cell types in the body. And what happens with these different cell types is they group closely together to form a tissue. And as you can see over here, we have a muscle cell and a muscle tissue made of many muscle cells. And what happens is in the body is different types of tissues will come together to make an organ. And we can see over here we have a heart. And what to notice, what I said previously about different kinds of tissues, is that in the heart, it's not only muscle tissues, we also have veins and arteries, which are not muscles. And so what happens, these tissues come together, they serve this similar purpose, this one purpose. And for the heart is to pump blood, to beat. And in the body, when all of these organs come together, we have this system. And the heart is only a part of the circulatory system. We have all these blood vessels in our body, and that makes up the rest of the circulatory system. And with systems, when all the systems come together to make an organism, we have this happy, healthy organism, this being. It can be an animal, an insect, or a human. And this process from small to big, or big to small, is called hierarchy of a body system. It is what is bigger, basically, and what is smaller. And firstly, we have the nervous system and its components. So the nervous system is the command base of the body. It controls movements, some of them, and analyzes situations and sends back response to indicate for other movements. So there's different types of our movements in the body. For example, our heart is beating, that's movement, but we don't have to control it by actually thinking about that our heartbeat, because our parts of our nervous system is already taking care of it. And also in some cases, like let's say we touch something hot and our hands draws back quickly, that's also a situation, analyze the situation, get a sensory input and analyze the response and put the response. And that's also movement. And the parts of the nervous system includes the brain, the spinal cord, and all of these nerve webs, branches in the body. And they're referred to as the central and peripheral nervous system, brain and spinal cord, central, and these branches peripheral. And something to note is that the spinal cord also produces blood cells, and it is a part of the skeletal system. Now we have the respiratory system and its components. And I think this one's pretty obvious in its function. And is obviously responsible for gas exchange. It filters and processes oxygen into your bloodstream. And sometimes, as you can see, the heart is also included in the system, but usually it's not. And so, most importantly, it's the lungs. But we also must give recognition to our mouth, nose, the airways. And so what happens when the air goes in the lungs is it passes through, as you can see, the bronchi, these bronchial tubes, this bronchioli, something, and bronchial, and into these alveoli. And these alveoli, these bubbles that will swell up, and the oxygen go into the bloodstream from there. And now we have the muscular system and its components. And this is the body system that is responsible for primarily movement, but also body structure and some aspects of circulation. And together with the skeletal system, it is referred to as the musculoskeletal system. And if you're more interested in these median muscles over here, as you can see on the left, take kinesiology. And that's all. Thank you.